In this video, I'm covering a cuisine near and dear to my heart, Taiwanese food. Whenever I tell people I'm from Taiwan, I usually get, oh, I love Thai food. And I'm like, no, it's Taiwan, not Thailand. So here's a little bit about my home, the heart of Asia. While it may be small, it's got a lot to offer. Taiwan, officially known as the Republic of China, proudly upholds democratic values such as freedom and human rights, ranking as one of the top 10 democracies in the world. Taiwan is the first country in Asia to legalize same-sex marriage, and it makes almost all of the world's most sophisticated chips for products like computers, cars, you name it. Taiwan also maintains some of the lowest COVID case rates in the world throughout the pandemic. In this video, I'm excited to work with the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in New York to bring you the stories behind some of the best and most authentic Taiwanese restaurants in NYC. Let's go! In the multicultural neighborhood of Flushing is a small stall with a big heart and big chicken.
Hi, my name is Henry. I'm the executive head chef. My journey starting was actually way back in when I first met my wife. She used to live in Yonghe, Shenzhen, so all these are like, really good street food. They're known for, all the good food. It's actually a very traditional, typical fry stall. 所谓的炸物. We try to bring the common stuff. This is actually very common cuisine. I'm doing something 国民小吃, meaning that everybody love it, everybody know it. We try to stay with authentic as possible, as close as possible to the Taiwanese local cultural market. When people think of bubble tea, it's definitely Taiwan. This is one of the signature. Stinky tofu and popcorn chicken, that's also something signature since the 90s of Taiwanese street cuisine. Small stall, but we have a lot to offer. I'm sure you will like it.
Starting off strong with a truly legendary chicken pop. It's like my entire head to my neck. Look at this, this is amazing. I have never seen anything like this here in New York. The crisp on the outside is so dang beautiful. I'm just so shocked they're able to cook this entire piece of chicken so perfectly. I've been to Taiwan and I've been to the night markets and I've seen the giant chicken fillets, and I have to say this is bigger. There's just no way to eat this gracefully. You just gotta go in. You know when you go to Disneyland and you have a turkey leg, then you come to Flushing and you get a giant chicken fillet? Yeah. Wow. So this is the cut-off chicken pop. The batter is actually tapioca starch, which is why it's so crispy and flaky. There's a salt and pepper seasoning, all imported from Taiwan. I'm in chicken heaven. If you go to any Taiwanese restaurant or shop, you have to get this right here. 苹果西打, root beer, but with an apple flavor. I feel like that's the best way to describe it. Cheers! So this right here is the pork blood cake. You don't actually see this item in a lot of Taiwanese restaurants here. It's basically like a pork blood pudding. So what happens is it's steamed pork blood mixed with sticky rice. So really when you bite into it, it's more of a sticky rice texture versus brick of blood. Usually if you eat this, there's this gaminess to it, but this, not at all. Really well seasoned, like a chewy rice cake. Next item that is really popular is tempura, so tempura. It's one of our favorite snacks. Look at this. I love the way it's cut into fries here. This is made with thick fish paste, and it's very, very chewy. That's what makes it so addicting. When we say something like, oh, 好香哦, it means the flavor is so fragrant and delicious. And this is what it's like to me.
This is regular 3/8 cut sweet potato fries, but we topped it with specially imported from Taiwan. This is a plum powder.
Whoa! A light sourness paired with the natural sweetness of the sweet potato. Such a wonderful combo. This is the Venetian tofu. Oh my gosh, it looks so soft on the inside. It is so bouncy. It's like chewing into a delicious tofu pillow. I think one thing about Taiwanese food that I really love, you can see it's like, oh, you just pick out little things here and there, but it's really about when you order this type of stuff with your friends, it's such an awesome experience. Everyone's standing around, or you have a bag and everyone's picking food out. It's just so fun, so communal, and this reminds me so much of home. You walk into a Taiwanese place, you're going to get fed. This is Henry trying to give us more food before we leave.
What can I say? Taiwan's friendliness and hospitality extends beyond borders. Its charming and heartwarming nature brings us to our next stop. In the West Village is a small tea shop where you can get tea imported straight from Taiwan.
My name's Elena. Tea is something so communal. You know, you find it when you go to Taiwan outside of a temple and people, a big tree, you know, some usually old people, you know, sit around, they drink a tea, show up, they give you a cup. Do they wash the cup? You're not sure. The tea is delicious, always delicious, smells great, people are friendly, there's always snacks. So that energy is part of how the product is made and what it's meant for, so we need to preserve that. Within Taiwan, even amongst the tea producers, every little town you go, they're very highly specialized in the style of tea that they make. Like that's their main style, and there's hundreds of them that make the same thing. Like there is a sentiment, there's an emotional experience when you brew a pot of tea, when you're sharing it with a friend. So I felt like there's a dedicated space that can create that experience was important. Translating this culture and how it was made, what it was meant for in a way of brewing and drinking and enjoying for someone like my husband who's Portuguese, who's like, what do you mean this is tea? I think there's a charm in Taiwan with beautifully, you know, preserved cultural heritage, and everyone's very friendly, and it's a very charming place for foreigners to be, because everyone opened their arms, you know, to welcome them. My husband was on the airplane and he sat next to someone, and it's like a complete stranger had invited him to, like, do you need a place to stay? Like, you can stay at my house. So just to show that kind of charming energy and kind of the welcoming, friendly, down to earth sensibility, I think it's kind of what, to me, is what's very special about Taiwan. It's tea from your hometown.
I know. I'm
so excited. Usually the first infusion is kind of like an introduction. Like you're meeting someone, you kind of know what they look like. And then the second infusion is usually the most kind of flavors are most stacked. You get the fuller picture. Really important about brewing better tea leaves. You see how they were tiny and they have to open like this. So you want to give it plenty of room to brew. Like let it free flow in your vessel, hot water, and then you just strain it when you're about to drink it. That way you really get as much as the tea can offer.
So when you come here, you can order obviously the tea, but they also have snacks. This is one of their most popular items. It's inspired by the pineapple cake.
Correct.
But her husband and her actually came up with this recipe together.
I would say more on his part. I just taste and say yes or no.
You know what? That's important. Oh wow, that's really good. It's not too sweet.
There never are. They never are.
After a relaxing tea break, we head to Long Island City, where you can find all your favorite Taiwanese food under one roof.
My name is Chris. We originally started as a pop-up, and we moved into the flea market, and then we thought it would be a good idea to start a food truck, and now the restaurant. We wanted more Taiwanese food and the influence of Taiwanese food in New York City. We wanted New Yorkers to know a little bit more about the cuisines from Taiwan. One thing led to the other. Every success that we saw sort of proved our concept that Taiwanese food does have a place in New York. What makes Taiwanese food unique? We're very creative with the ingredients that we use, and we're very bold and explorative about what we're willing to put things together and how we're willing to put things together. The ingredients that we use, it's a little different from a lot of the Asian cuisine also. Like the 5-spice flavor, for example, can be very strong. The cinnamon flavor can be very strong. One cool thing about Taiwan, there's a lot more creative cuisines that's coming up. A lot of people will modernize old-fashioned cuisine into a new way for the millennials, for the Gen X and Y. It's a technique that you would not see when I was little, when I was in Taiwan. I just want people to know that Taiwanese food can be intricate, can be bold, and can also be very delicious.
I am so excited. The beef noodle soup just came out and it looks amazing. These are actually my favorite type of Taiwanese noodles. Oh my god, so flavorful, so aromatic. The noodles are so soft and chewy. We're gonna try some of the beef here. When we were filming this, our chopstick just like slid right through it. It's that tender. I just took one bite and it just slid apart in my mouth. If you have Taiwanese friends, Usually the way they describe noodles, they'll say something like it's QQ. It means the noodles is super soft and chewy and it has this nice bounce to them, and that's what these noodles have. This is a wonderful Taiwanese beef noodle soup. Nailed it. They do have bubble tea here. My bubble tea order, jasmine milk green tea, 50% sugar and less ice. That's it. Never goes wrong. Even the bubble tea is good. I'm having the time of my life, you guys. They have these dumplings and they coat it in chili oil, scallions, and cilantro. I got the pork and chive, and look how packed they are. It looks like it's just like, the meat is just coming out. Look at the meat and the dough ratio. The chive just coating the savory pork, wonderful crisp on the dough. Wow, look at that. This chicken, the outside layer is like so flaky crisp, and of course the addition of the basil with the basil aioli sauce here, perfect combination. Taiwanese pork chop bento boxes. If you ask me what my last meal would be, it would be that. The pork is so dang tender. Let me show you guys my little trick. You pop open this tea. Ooh, oh my gosh, it's so soft and beautiful. Oh, take out all of the yolk, right? And you just mix it with this minced pork sauce right here and the rice. Just mix that yolk in. It adds a layer of flavor to the rice. Look at these giant pieces. It's like a fist. You can also just get the roll fan, which is the minced pork sauce over rice. It's double the portion, as you can see. Look at the pork pieces in the sauce. Roll fan is so classic Taiwanese. Really brings me back to home. It's been so long since I found a place with Taiwanese shaped eyes like this. You got the IU jelly, you got taro balls, you even have some red bean in here. They even topped it with some lychee, like there's like brown sugar and boba syrup in here. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at this. Look how refreshing that looks. I'm so happy. You guys, the taro balls are one of my favorite things. It is so dang chewy. I even think taro ball is better than tapioca balls. Dun dun dun! Yeah, that's right, you heard it here first. Finish this video, give it a thumbs up, comment something awesome, and then just come and eat. I'm in heaven. Do you think I could just like sleep here or something? Don't really want to leave, so.
Get out of there, TJ. Thanks to today, I am reminded that Taiwan is a multicultural country, friendly and inclusive not only for its people, but also for others. It's working tirelessly to preserve the cultures of its indigenous tribes, as well as introducing 7 native language educations for new immigrants from Southeast Asian countries. Now that Taiwan has reopened for tourism, be sure to add Taiwan to your travel list. There's so much to learn and see about Taiwan. I know I'm going this year. I'll see you there.
Now it's part of the video where I turn it back to you and ask, which of the items that we tried today would you love to try? Thank you so much everyone for watching. See you guys next time.